The New York Football Giants have a new starting QB. His name is not Eli Manning. He is not Daniel Jones. He is Caucasian. His name is Jaxson Dart.
Jaxson Dart is the starting quarterback of the New York Giants. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, everyone under the sun. I was going to get political there, but maybe I'm not. You know what,
Don't
boys
get
and
to
girls, ladies and gentlemen, everything. We got a new starting quarterback. We have a
Woo!
rookie. We got a rookie. Daniel, welcome back to this emergency pod. Everyone, really quickly. This is the Big Blue Therapy crew, and the therapy is not really therapying today. It's not as needed because you know what? Today, unfortunately, as sad as it might be the most exciting day as a Giants fan in at least since April. I'd say at
Yeah,
least since Jackson Dart got on the team.
I
Wouldn't you
agree.
say? Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, he is now the starting quarterback for the New York Giants. I think I vividly can remember one other time in my lifetime I can remember at least that it happened, that this happened where we took a rookie and we had a rookie first round quarterback that we took higher than Dart. And I remember Daniel Jones was talking about it, and I remember his first start and how excited I was before his start, during his start, and especially after him starting. So yeah, what a week we had ahead of us. New York Giants football is relevant after the egg that we laid on Sunday Night Football. Daniel, what else do you have to add, my friend?
Uh, you know, Giants did not play great on the Chiefs. Everyone knows that, to be honest. But main thing here, Jackson Dart. He
Yeah.
can throw the ball. He'll throw it down the middle. He'll throw it deep. He'll throw it short. I'm excited for just to get a look at the dynamic duo of Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo running the ball. Jackson Dart, got plugged in a few plays and he ran. He ran. So I'm interested to see if they're that confident with his arm, or I'm interested to see what Brian Daboll does because his job is riding on this
Yeah.
man's back.
Yeah, there's a lot of angles to this. There's a lot of angles to I mean, a lot of the angles to the decision to bench Russ, and then even more so with the decision to start Dart. And
Yeah,
you know what? Let's kind of dive into that. So, starting with Russell Wilson, right? So, just go through the timeline, right? I mean, if you look at it from like a net neutral perspective, hopefully everyone that's watching this is Giants fans. But even if you're not, and you're looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, okay, why bench Russell Wilson? Well, week one, Russell Wilson did not have a good game at all, at all. Probably his worst game, I say, of the year.
yeah,
Probably against the Commanders. He he didn't have success really doing anything. He couldn't throw it deep. He could All he did was dump it off. He could not throw it over the middle of the field. That was a talking point on this podcast for the past, I think, like 3 weeks. That he has not been able to throw the ball over the middle of the field. They have not had any success with that. Receivers were open, but he could not. He did not look that way. He did not um, deliver the ball to that part of the field, right between
it's
the
true.
numbers. True. After week two happens, right? So week two happens. He goes off. He throws these bombs. The defense was giving him this cover three look the entire game. Idiots.
That's
Cowboys are
smart.
idiots. Should have lost the game. They didn't. Move on. Whatever happened, whatever. I'm over that part. But I
Oh, win
mean,
two.
yeah. So I mean, we lose that game too, even though Russell Wilson has this historic day. And then, as bad as week one was, he comes in and pretty much like matches that performance in week three. That's maybe even I'm honestly maybe even worse with the two
Because of
picks
the
that he threw.
yeah, yep,
Yeah. So I mean, it's not necessarily. I don't think Russell Wilson is this bad quarterback. I
he
don't think
is.
he's a terrible quarterback. I just really do think that there's a lot of reasons bench Russ to bench Russ, and I think the biggest one that I see is that the Giants are 0-3 again. Daboll and Shane are 0-3 again. So something has to change. And in my mind, I feel like that's their fix.
Yeah, I don't know if it's their fix, but I think it's their scapegoat. If everything goes according to plan, they're like, we knew this was happening. We were just gonna wait a year for Jackson Dart to become a thing,
Yeah.
and like not put him behind such a battle line, whatever, blah blah blah. But I really do think Joe Shane and Brian Dable are fighting for their lives here.
Yeah.
We could talk about Dable being this God sent coach. He's if I'm not right, let me know. But I think he's 16-38-1 in his career.
I think he's slightly more than that. I think he's 18, and I think more than that. I think he's 18, 31-1. I think. I'm pretty sure
Like
he's won 9 games. Yeah. Or 18
like
games, I think.
like he's not up there with the greats right now. He's
No.
pretty low. He's pretty
Yeah.
low. So now he has his QB. we all thought he could work with Daniel Jones. He didn't. Now he's got his QB out of Ole Miss. Joe Shane's daughter is commenting under people's Instagrams,
I've seen this.
and
I've seen this.
it's gonna be fun. Giants football is gonna be fun to watch again because there's a rookie in.
Yeah, speaking about, like, Joe Shane and Brian Daboll, let's talk about that for a second. Obviously, this is a decision that I you have to think that it's not just Daboll, you have to think that Shane had input, you have to think that Mara
Yes,
had input, all these things, right? Because at this point, the Giants are probably still, I mean, Dart or no Dart, super, like, hard watch. It's a hard watch. I was texting
still.
people during that Sunday night game against the Chiefs, I'm texting people saying, "This is the worst game I've ever seen, like, I'm so sorry," because, like, like, they were telling me that they're sorry that I'm a fan of this team, which is crazy because, like, they're finally understanding. I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, it's just an average game, average experience
Uh,
for the fucking Giants, whatever."
Oh man,
But yeah, I mean, dude, let's just take a trip down memory lane, right? So first of all, they kept they so I mean, 2022, right? They go on that long, like, little playoff run. They go on that playoff run and they do well. Like, the team succeeds, right? They lose. What do they point to? What's the reason they lose? They point to, okay, it's Gettleman's roster. Gettleman's roster is not super strong. We want to improve our roster to compete. Sounds great. In 2022, sounds fantastic. 23 comes along. Daniel Jones gets injured. Okay, well, end of the season, it's a disaster. You think to yourself, okay, what happened? Where do they point the finger? They point it to Daniel Jones' health. They say, hey, DJ was not healthy. We couldn't do anything without a quarterback, which is true. It's all true. It's truth. These are true statements. But I mean, again, fingers pointing, right? There's a finger pointed. Next year, 24, last year, right? Who's the finger pointed at again? Daniel
Jones.
Jones. It's Daniel Jones. Not their quarterback. They paid him, sure, but they did not draft him. They didn't stake their claim in the sand and say, "Hey, this is our guy." They just paid him money. Who do they
Right.
point the yeah, who do they point the finger at? They point it at Daniel Jones. So much so that they go in and they say, "Hey, Daniel Jones, you're benched. We're gonna bring in Tommy DeVito, this undrafted Italian doofus who just happens to be like on a practice squad, right?" So all these things, Daniel Jones is getting the finger pointed at him, and all of a sudden this year he goes and has a great year, right?
Yeah.
Then, then let's take it back really fast. So Daniel Jones, the finger was pointed at Daniel Jones. He's having a great year. The finger at the first year was pointed at Dave Gettleman. Who are the best players on the team? Is it Dexter Lawrence? Is it Andrew
True.
Thomas? Is it the
True.
only two? Like, is it like is Darius? Like all these core guys. I mean, your best players are not
Or
yours.
Gettleman.
They're Gettleman's. The two like franchise like best in the league players are not your guys. You have not successfully had a a top tier talent on your team that you brought in. There's nobody, absolutely nobody left for them to point the finger at. None.
No.
None,
No.
especially after benching Russell Wilson. Nobody. Nobody. They're putting every bit of stake they have into Jaxson Dart, and I have a hot take here. I have a hot take. If Jaxson Dart does not win in the first 3 weeks, get I am I am so confident that they will not be around. So confident.
I don't say I disagree. I think they aren't good. They haven't proven anything, like you said,
Yep.
and there's other options. Like I've been seeing some TikTok pages. I've seen some like Instagram being like, "Yo, what if they get fired? Who we hiring?" John Gruden.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell
Okay,
yeah. Hell yeah,
He
man.
brings edge. He brings anything you need. He knows Jackson Dart's ability. He
Yeah.
he sat down with the young fella.
I like that. I like that. I
Like,
like that.
why not? At DC, yo, Shane Bone, you suck. Get in Damon Pierce, a former Giant, former head coach in the
Antonio
league.
Pierce. Antonio Pierce.
Antonio
Yeah.
Pierce, same thing. And why not him? And
I have to
OC,
yeah. Let's
anything
just
except Kafka.
yeah, let's talk about really quickly, like, just like Daboll and Shane. I mean, there will be an argument. There will be an argument that this buys them time. That argument will exist, and maybe in Mara's eyes it does. Maybe it does, right? Because okay, you let them draft their guy. You let them draft their guy. This is like their like fist in the dirt. This is my guy. No matter what happens, this is who I'm banking my job. You let them do that, right? He let them do that. But are you really going to judge Jackson Dart in the first 3 games, 4, 5, 10 of his career? You know what I mean?
That's
Is
true.
that going to be like the be all end all? I don't know. And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks because we're in this cycle now. It's like, okay, you let
Again,
Gettleman get his guy, but then you fired you moved on from that regime. They inherited you like Gettleman get Jones. Now Daboll and Shane inherit Jones and kind of sort of work with him. Not their guy. Okay, move on. Let them get the guy. You're gonna move on from them. The next regime's gonna come in and be like, okay, maybe we can do something with him, like, and try to milk it out for the next 7 years. And then, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
it is like emotional whiplash as a Giants fan, with this head coach and owner and GM relationship that I'm sick of it, and it's kind of like a slap in the face at this point.
I blame R.
I blame Mara too. But anyways, I just want to let's talk about the guy. Let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the legend. Sorry, not the legend. He's not a legend. That's not a word. Jackson Jaquavius Dart.
Yes, I think Jackson Dart brings something I haven't seen in a Giants uniform, besides Tommy DeVito, and that's aura.
Odell
Listen,
Hador.
no, no,
Yeah. But
yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
I
I
think
agree.
I think aura. But he's got the locker room. You know, he can.
Mm.
I've already heard people be like, "Yo, Jackson Dart, he can play. He can play ball." We put Russ in, whatever, it didn't work out. We've got aura, we've got leadership, and what else do we have? A young talent. We can develop a guy. Can we develop? Can the Giants develop? That's the real question, right? But if we can develop, this guy can be a stud. He was a stud at Ole Miss. We picked him. We didn't trade much for him, be honest, because we only traded a second round pick. We didn't even trade a
True.
first. It's
True.
huge.
True.
So I think only good things can come out of this, and I hope that Jackson Dart proves everyone wrong, and be like, yo, maybe this can be a comparable football team in the
Yeah.
future.
For sure. I think for two like idiots sitting behind a computer screen right now talking about the New York Football Giants, the biggest thing in my head that I like about Jackson Dart is the energy he will bring to the goddamn team. I as much as like the X's and O's, like whatever you talk about, like sure, he's gonna do he does different skill set than Russ. You know, he'll throw the middle of the field. Like there's some concepts that he ran in preseason that were pretty good that Russ has yet to execute. Like I understand all that, like the sales stuff, all those things. But dude, if Jackson Dart is behind you and you're like a receiver or an offensive line, dude, wouldn't you like, and this guy's like sitting there, like saying like 6'7", and then when his fucking turtleneck and his like $200,000 chain with the hot mom in the stands, like, dude, this guy's got some like, this is like, and it's you got to
It's
think those
fun.
guys, you got to think the offense is gonna fight for the guy, right?
Yep,
More so than like washed up Russ.
absolutely. I think they know how big of a deal he can be to the team
Yeah,
and the franchise in general. He's a
yeah,
QB in a one of the best franchises of all time.
yeah, yeah,
a, and a crumbling franchise at that, to be honest. So it's like a big deal. Like Illuminar, Thomas, they'll block these guys. Hudson, get out.
yeah.
But Marcus Bowe, you could stay. You could stay and have a future with the Giants. Like block for these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
Block for Scatterboo. Block for Dart.
dude.
Block them.
Yeah, yeah, man. My thought is this, right? So you watch the Sunday night football game. Scatterboo was like the only spark in the whole freaking team. The only
That's
one.
true.
The only one. He's the only one like taking anything seriously, right? So Scatterboo wants to play the game. He wants to play the game. Russ is kind of like lollygagging it and tossing it on the end zone on fourth down, and like you know what I mean. So
Yo,
I just I have a real problem with like there's no energy. The only one bringing any energy in this team anywhere on the offensive side, literally was scattered. You couldn't get the ball in Neighbors' hands. You just couldn't
nope.
do it. It was impossible. Like
Cause
Russell
they,
Wilson, he refused to do it. And
yep,
say what you want, say what you want. Like he was open. I mean, okay, he wasn't
not
open,
often.
but he wasn't like triple covered every play.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
If he's running a little dig route, you have to be able to look at him, time it up. You can't just like scan hey, you can't just rely on Neighbors to run a go route every time and just loft it up to him. It worked one game, cool. He was like, and it will work. It'll work sometimes. But dude, Malik Neighbors is a complete receiver, and I see parallels to when they benched Daniel Jones. Do you remember that London game
Yes. And the
when?
Packers?
Yeah, no. The London game against the Panthers where he got benched, right? So that was the last
Oh,
game he played.
yes.
Yeah. Dude, that like Rich Eisen was on the call for NFL Network, and maybe it wasn't London. It was international. I forget what it is, but
Germany, it was Germany.
yeah, sure, Germany game. Yep. So it like Rich Eisen was on the call, and he pointed out like several times in the broadcast, these receivers are open. They're open. Jones just couldn't get him the ball. He just couldn't do it.
No,
And like say what you want about Daniel Jones now, whatever, different time, different place. Russell Wilson is very similar, right? He's very similar. He just couldn't do it.
he couldn't do it. And what is NFL full of? Athletes. Get the ball in athletes' hands. Make
Yes.
the defense
Yes.
miss. It's just a basic concept for QBs, and Jo I think Dart has the ability to do that. I think
Y
our offensive line is
yeah.
way better with Andrew Thomas. Even on a snap count, I think that's so stupid, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
But
kind of against
even
that, but whatever.
but even Andrew Thomas block for him helped. Like
It's all you
he
matter, but
he went against Kenny Clark. Andrew Thomas strapped, Sean strapped.
yeah.
So I'm saying Dart, throw it deep, throw it short, hand it off, and the deep balls will be there. The short balls will be there. Just scan the field. That's all I want
Yeah.
out of a QB.
No, yeah, I understand. And this I'm not we're not sitting here saying this is gonna be like a miracle year.
No.
I really don't think it will. But it's gonna be I really feel like there's gonna be an energy, and I feel like we're not gonna feel like we're out of football games before they even start anymore. It's gonna like, well, okay, you know what? You have like we're gonna be playing the 3-0 Chargers. Well, we don't know what we have in this guy. This is exciting. Like he's a rookie.
Yes.
Like it's fun, man. There's an energy. There's something there. It's a little like remember when DeVito went on that run a little bit? Like there was
That was
like
fun.
it's an energy thing, and I said this when I posted that thing. We have a thing up on Instagram. Check it out. We have reaction videos. I said this then, and I'll say it again, dude. As a fan, football aside, as a fan, this decision kicks ass. It rocks. I'm
Yes.
so much more excited to watch Giants football this season when it is him under center and not the Russell Wilson that we saw for 2 out of the 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time to watch these games. I'm ready. I'm in.
I think I just want to bring up one more thing. I think the timing of this was so not planned. There's no way.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think the whole thing with Russell Wilson sucking so bad went a, did not go according to plan,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I also think Jackson Dart doesn't. Yeah, I think he wants to get in there, but like it's like if if he could sit behind a decent QB, I mean, God forbid.
He
That's
doesn't
what
wanna do
he did.
that though. He doesn't wanna do that.
Right? No, Jackson Dart doesn't. I'm saying it's interesting to me that they went Dart, not Jameis. That's a whole other
That is a
conversation.
talking point, yes.
But I think it's very interesting that we go against the 3-0 Chargers with a decent defense.
Yeah. There's
It's like
there's a lot of things you just said which are really interesting, and I wanna hit them all. So, first of all, the timing of it, right? Okay, hot take. I have this take. I really think this is true. I really think this is true. If the Giants had that embarrassing of a game in any time slot, I think, other than Sunday Night Football, any time slot on Sunday, 1 o'clock or 4, it doesn't matter when. I really don't think, I genuinely do not think this would have happened. I don't think it would have happened.
I
I
don't
think,
doubt it.
I think, I think that I just think Daboll and Mara and Shane are just so embarrassed that this was like a crappily lost year
Tell me
already.
when they've won in prime time. Like it just
I don't
proves a
know.
point.
I don't know.
Exactly.
22 maybe, right? So, like, that's it. I don't even Green Bay. I think Green Bay with Tom DeVito. That's, like, the last
Ah,
thing I can remember. Yeah, it's just dude,
dope.
yeah, it's tough. So, like, I really think the timing of that happens. And again, yes, you are right. This was not the plan. They drafted Jaxson Dart after they signed Russell Wilson to start and James to back up. Now, another bonehead head scratching decision from the front office. You have Jameis Winston, right? Like I'm not saying that the fact that you not the fact that you have Dart. Like Dart's cool, but the fact that Jameis Winston is your emergency QB. You're paying so much like it's not he's not even paying. He's your emergency QB and he is such an asset to that locker room, to
Yes.
potentially that team. I mean, if Daboll said, "You know what? I'm gonna just keep Dart as QB3," then he could have probably done whatever he wanted. He probably could have called up Dart if he wanted to. To start. He could have put Jameis as the starter if Russ sucks so bad and keep Russell Wilson on the bench. But because Dart, the rookie, was QB2 over Jameis Winston, the veteran, the guy that they wanted to back up before they even thought they could get Dart before the draft, right?
Yep.
The fact that 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 Jameis Winston was QB3 messed this whole thing up. I think it really did. Again, not the plan. I really don't think this was the plan. But how does it look if you jump over yet again another backup quarterback? Like last year, they jumped Drew Lock for Tommy. This year, what are they gonna do? Jump Jameis? Jump Dart for Jameis?
But yeah,
You know,
I don't
it's
know. I think it's stupid. I don't. It's another bonehead decision, like you said. Why would we sign Russell Wilson if we had Jameis and You already had
I don't
plans of
know.
drafting a
I
QB.
but no,
No,
no, no, no. Freeze. No, I disagree with that. I think that that's a
really.
great I think that was great. I think you know what, man? I personally, I said it like during the offseason, I'll say it again. James Winston versus Russ. I want James to start for my football team
Absolutely,
as a
absolutely.
fan.
I'm saying I would rather just have Jameis instead. So, like you said, I would rather Jameis start and low key DeVito. I don't know why we signed
Well,
Russell because
now,
if I'm
yeah.
being honest, well, no, back then kind
No,
of
but
too
you
because
didn't know. We didn't know. We
yeah,
didn't
we
know
didn't
that we
know
were
he
gonna
was
get
so
Dart.
washed. Yeah,
But okay, so you get Dart, you have too many QBs, too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Why would you not move off of one? You know? Or like hold one and then try to move off. Like they've said they're not gonna trade Jameis. They're definitely not gonna trade Russ, I'd assume. Even though I'd love that. That'd be
I,
awesome.
I don't see a world where Russell Wilson is a
I
Giant by after trade deadline. Either he gets
Dude, that's
released or
such
either he gets
no,
traded.
no, 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 no.
I
He's
don't see a world.
no, dude, you're so wrong about that. He's not
There's
gonna get
QB needy teams,
I
dude.
know, but dude, no one wants Russ. Dude, you're gonna tell me that the Jake like Russell Wilson is that much of an upgrade over Jake Browning? I really don't think that that's the case. I really don't. And you know what?
Mm,
Maybe he is. Whatever. I just don't see him getting traded. I don't see him getting traded when they. I don't see them trading Russell Wilson when Jameis Winston trades were like declined. Like no matter like you want no like he's not
that's
moving.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts to me. Especially you're doing him a disservice. You're doing James Winston a disservice. That's so messed up. It's so cheese, and I think Tommy DeVito was like wrong and like was handled wrong and he wasn't
He was mistreated.
yeah, good word. He was mistreated in all of this, right? I really have a problem with the way they went about this whole QB situation. Whatever it is, it's over now. It is over unless injury or act of God otherwise bears because Jackson Dart will be the quarterback QB1 for the rest of the season.
Yep.
Yep.
And he'll play good.
I God freaking hope so, man. I hope so. This
I
is
got
it.
rookie of the year on the kid.
I mean, maybe, right? It's 3 games. Like, who else has got a good rookie season going right now? I don't even know.
Nah, a
Not
lot of people.
I don't yeah, whatever. Fuck, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just it's frustrating as a fan because it's what I wanted to happen. And I want this. Like I want Dart to play, but I know it hurts. It hurts everything. It hurts everything.
It it, it sets us back a few months.
It sets. I mean, I don't think it sets us back necessarily. Like, hopefully, he's an upgrade over Russ, and that's why they're doing it. But I mean, it's a loss. It's another lost season. What can you say? That's awful that we have to.
Already.
Yeah,
Already.
I know. Maybe maybe they if okay, maybe they squeak one out against.
No, stop it.
Say, just hear me out. Say they win. Say they okay. Say they beat the Saints. That's one win, right? Then
Absolutely. They could
the
do
other
that.
3 games, the next 4 weeks, it is Chargers and 2 Eagle games. So maybe they squeak one of those out. What are they sitting at? They're sitting at 2-5. Not
Come on.
terrible, man. 2-5. I can go to 3-5. Come on, man. Feel a little frisky with me.
Maybe.
That's three
Maybe.
and five. That'd be nice. That'd be one win
Maybe. I
away. One win away from last season's total.
that's true. Well, Dana shout out Dana Jones.
Yeah, yeah. DJ.
Maybe Malik Neighbors wasn't wrong. Maybe it wasn't the QB. Huh.
Maybe it's the freaking. Then who is it?
The coach!
Which
Daboll should
one?
be fired. I'll be honest. Daboll should be fired. Kafka, clear house. Clear the house. You'll see the
Yeah.
banner soon. You guys will see the banner.
Yeah. Look for the banner. Look for the plane. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know about that, man. Okay. So if you're gonna sit here and go like, yeah, just food for thought. Ready? Shane, Dayball,
Gone.
Kafka.
Gone. Gone.
So Bowen gone, right? Bowen gone.
Gone.
I really think that Shane stays. I think. I think
Bowen?
he. No, Shane. I think Shane stays,
Oh,
not Bowen.
Joe Shane.
Yeah, I think
Oh, you
Joe
said
Shane.
J-
No, not Shane Bowen. Sorry, I think Joe Shane stays. Um,
I think, yeah,
he survives the season at least. I think, right?
I think Joe Shane stays. Shane Bowen's the first to go. That guy sucks. I could
No,
do a better job
I
on a scheme.
if but then I if that my this is the worst fear, right? Because if you look at the offense, this is going away from Jackson Dart, but we'll finish up soon. If you look at the offense, right? Daboll's in charge. Daboll's in charge of the thing,
No,
right?
Kafka's
Okay,
calling plays.
sure. Okay, so if that's the reason right there, you fire Daboll, then who gets promoted to interim? It's gonna be Kafka, and Kafka is gonna do the same. It's gonna be the same
Ah!
thing. We cannot get out of this, and it's driving me absolutely nuts.
Who's the special teams coach?
I don't even know. Oh, what the hell's his
I
name?
know his face.
Yeah, me too. I can't think of his name right now.
All right, you know what? Screw it. Get the offensive line coach out there.
Like Carmen
Get
Priscilla out
some
there, yeah.
grit. Some grit.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, Jackson Dart's quarterback. I am excited. I don't want
Yes.
that to be lost. I am excited. I think it's what I want. But it is it's crazy that a lot of these conversations are happening right now rather than in no like we're not even out of September, man. That's
Yeah.
ah
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right.
We're back.
If Jackson Dart is good, that'd be awesome. Jackson Dart, please be Jesus. That's all I gotta say. Save us from this poverty we live with upon.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, that's been the Big Blue Therapy Crew. Thoughts on Jackson Dart starting? Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and everything. Everything you do. Twitter, we're on there. Are we?
Oh, not on
We're
Twitter, are
not
we
on
still?
Twitter. I don't know. I'm not a Twitter guy. TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you watch all the podcasts because we'll give you a shout out at the end. My name is Daniel,
My name's John. My name's John. I'm a little
and
upset.
Jackson Dart is starting QB. It's late. I got to go to bed. Giants fans, don't go to bed. You have to
Stay
stay
woke.
woke.
Stay woke,
Yeah.
Giants fans. Don't be stupid. All right. Stop recording, I guess.